My meets for the year, I don't feel like I really posted a lot about them, but just to go through them real quickly, because I know some people were asking that too, like, where did you compete? What did you do? How many meets did you compete? Quickly, just running through January 6th opened up at 22:16 in the weight throw. So the weight throw is a 20-pound ball that we throw indoor. Probably add a video right here. And 22:16 was a centimeter under my PR. And then after that, I went to Vanderbilt through 21:63, IU 21:64, and then USA's I threw 22:14, which got me eighth place, which is kind of nice. It's the first time I actually like placed at USA's, so that's awesome. Again, not the performances that I was hoping for, but it's all part of the journey. It's all part of the experience. A lot of those meets, like I was exhausted. Mind you, I was going through grad school, so I was like, Vanderbilt, I literally drove there by myself after a full day of work and training and all that stuff. I drove to Nashville by myself, took a nap. I call it a nap, but I went to sleep for the night, and came out and competed solo dolo. So you got to take what you can get. Outdoor season, I was going to open in April, but as a volunteer coach, I ended up traveling with the team on spring break weekend to Florida and go to the meet. And it pretty much became a thing of like, well, you are here, you might as well compete. So I opened up at 62. Mind you, again, like I wasn't planning on opening that early, but we did. So I opened up at 62, 37, and then went to SEMO through 65, 44. The SIU home meet through 63, 66. At this point, I was like, girl, something's not clicking. We're not doing this right. Really, the whole year I was like, I should be throwing much further, but it is what it is. Went back to U of I again, through 67:15, so a centimeter under my PR. And after that, I went to IU again through 65:97. That was a good meet because I didn't just have D there, I also had Aaron. And I liked the IU throwing ring out there. It was kind of nice. And I remember literally throwing and feeling like every throw was a bomb, and then looking out there and being like, only 65 meters? What the heck? But then I watched my videos and like, even though you're supposed to throw with straight arms, I was like crunching in and like ripping it to the side. So I was destroying my throws. And then after that, I had graduation a few weeks later. And then I moved up here to Champaign, where I am at now. And then I had two meets. And those meets we really don't even want to talk about. But I went to New Jersey. I went to Shore AC's NJ International Meet. Wanted to compete with my team, for my team. And then I went to Oklahoma, trying to get in one more meet, just trying to get into USA's. And at that point, after graduation, I really should have taken a break, but I didn't. I was really exhausted. I was really tired. I needed time to just evaluate what the heck am I doing with my life? What's going on? And instead, I pushed through. I was a little stubborn, and I threw like 62 meters at those last two meets. And I specifically remember like the practices leading up to that. Like there would be days that I walked outside and I was like, bro, I'm broken. I don't know what's going on. It's not happening. It's not working. And I really, truly did not believe that I had it in me anymore. At least for that time being. Like I was just tired. And at that point, I really should have just sat my behind down. But I decided to push through. You live and you learn. But moving forward, I feel like the only regret that I have is spending so much money on meets. Like, and not just accepting like, okay, if you don't feel okay, don't compete. I know they say don't live life with regrets, but I guess it's like lessons learned. If I don't feel mentally checked in, if I don't feel physically well, I don't have to compete. That's the beautiful thing about post-collegiate life. You don't have to compete. There were so many meets, probably all the meets that I went to solo dolo, I pushed through and went anyways, knowing darn well that I just needed a break. I probably could have took that weekend off, prepared for another meet, and just came out stronger the next meet. So, overall experience of it was really just a huge learning experience, a huge working through little things and trying to grow and develop and being comfortable with being by myself, being comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I think during the time when I started to, okay, I really do like traveling on my own. I just think that the stress of having a competition and having to like plan and manage those little things, I wish I had more time to do that and I planned a lot better. But I think with school and having homework and thinking about assignments and just trying to manage with that, like that wasn't really a thought. It was just get there and we'll figure it out when you get there. So that kind of took away from just being able to enjoy my time there. But at some point I started to be like, girl, you are spending money to travel out here out of your own pocket. You need to just sit here and explore the town, explore the area that you're in, eat some good food, hang out, get the rest that you need, things like that. And that's when I started to enjoy it. I mean, there is times of like flying, I felt like I started to become very proficient at flying. Like, not that I really struggled with it before, but flying solo is kind of fun. I found myself up in first class or like at the little exit seat with the extra leg room a couple of times. I finessed. Like, I really enjoyed meeting new people, especially like I didn't get to go to all the like fun throwing meets. And this year I really do plan on, well, next year I do plan on going to those meets. But even in the meantime, I feel like I made some friends over the year that I feel like will be lifetime friends, and that's very fun and exciting. And obviously just having just the like opportunity to be able to do that, it was a great experience to be able to be a post-collegiate athlete, to continue to do what I love, to continue to train and throw and compete. And it's like a sense of pride that I have in myself. It's like, yeah, like I'm good enough to continue going forward. Like, even though this year I didn't have like all the marks and numbers that I have hoped for, it was still a great overall year given the circumstances that I was in. Somebody asked about what I got paid. I don't know if I want to talk too much about that. I literally, compared to what I spent, I literally got paid 10% of what I spent the whole year. I only got paid for one meet. So not every meet you get a medal, not every meet you get like prize money. Like, I've been to meets where you get prize money, but again, I just wasn't competing at that level this year. People would be like, "Oh, you're gonna be rich." Da, da, da. Track and field is not a sport to be rich in. It's not. You're not gonna make that much money in it. So if you want to be a track and field athlete, you better get yourself a good paying job, some parents that would support you. Not to say that my parents don't support me, because they do 100%, but I'm saying like parents that are gonna, you know, because you need it, or just really be good with managing and budgeting your money, because if you don't have one or the other, you'll probably end up struggling at some point. And honestly, at some point in my season, I started to lose the fun in it because I was spending so much money and I was like, bruh, I'm not doing good. And it started to suck the fun out of it. So like, if you're gonna do it, be smart, plan ahead, really truly be passionate about it, and always keep your goals and whatever faith base you have in front of you, because that is what's going to keep you driving forward. It's what's going to keep you moving forward on your off days, because you're going to have off days. You might even have an off year. It happens, but you got to keep moving forward. And that's something that I learned, and something that even now I when I see like videos or stories of where people have been at and where they're at now, I stop and I really intentionally watch it, because I think so much of what they say, comparison is the thief of joy. So much of what took a lot of my joy was seeing where other people were at and comparing it to where I'm at. Everybody has their own journey. And even if people didn't have to go through anything hard and they're at the top, that's their story. That's their journey. I don't know what happens behind closed doors, but a big part of why I want to be able to share my story and my journey with people is so that you don't have to go through what I've been through, thinking like, oh, you know, this chick is an Olympian now. She didn't have to go through anything difficult. I hope in the next few years when I am an Olympian, people look back at this video and see like, oh, she was down bad. I'm telling you, like, my season ended at 62 meters. My best is 67. And even then, as a post-collegiate throwing 67, it's a little funky. Like, that should be like 67 should be like my average or even low day. Like, I really should be throwing 70 meters by now. But I'm not there, and I'm still going to push forward because I know I'm going to get there. But I don't think it's healthy to look at somebody who's at the top and not see the years that they put in before they got there. Because this stuff takes time. And it's a really big reason why you should be doing it for the love of the game. You really have to love what you do. And you really have to just stay strong in who you are and continue at it. That's my post-collegiate life. It was definitely a year of adjustments, a year of rolling with the punches, a year of growth, a year of just learning who I am, and redefining my goals, redefining what I want to do with life. And it's a fun time. And I really do look forward to next year and where life is going to take me. And I really do look forward to continuing on with YouTube. If you have any questions, anything that you want me to make a video on, please leave a comment down below. If you just like the video, just leave me some, let's go with like yellow hearts. Leave me some yellow hearts down below because you love me. Don't forget to subscribe. Do not just sit here and watch my video and watch me look all cute and not subscribe to your girl. Okay. Hopefully I'll be posting some more videos soon. Love y'all. Thank you for watching.